Welcome back to Grammar Grade 7. This is Unit 3, Lesson 16, and our unit is all about verbs. Today we tackle one of the most useful ideas in the whole language, verb tense. Tense is how a verb tells you when something happens, in the past, in the present, or in the future. By the end of this lesson, you'll shift a verb across time with confidence. Let's get started. Let's begin with the big idea behind this whole lesson. Every verb has a tense, and a verb changes form to show time when its action happens. Picture a simple timeline in your head. Behind you is the past, what already happened. Right where you stand is now, the present. And ahead of you is the future, what hasn't happened yet. Those are our three tenses: past, present, future. Every verb you use lands somewhere on that line. So let's meet the present tense first. The present tense actually covers three situations. First, an action happening right now. I hear the rain right now, occurring as I speak. Second, an action that happens again and again. We practice every Tuesday, a regular habit. Third, a general truth that is always so. Water freezes at 0 degrees, and that simply never changes. Happening now, happening regularly, or always true, each one uses the present tense. Here's the trickiest part of the present tense, so let's slow down. The verb form depends on the subject. For I, you, we, and they, you use the plain base verb, walk. But for a single he, she, or it, you add an s or es, walks. Look at the difference. She walks to school, one person, so the verb gets its s. They walk to school, more than one, so the verb stays plain. So in the present tense, you always match the verb to the subject. Now let's step back in time to the past tense. The past tense is for an action that already happened and is finished. The good news? Most verbs simply add ed. Watch. Yesterday, she walked to school, so walk becomes walked. We painted the fence last week, so paint becomes painted. And here's a bonus. Unlike the present tense, the past tense ending does not change for the subject. Everyone gets the same ed. So for the past tense, just add ed. Finally, let's look ahead to the future tense. The future tense is for an action that has not happened yet. To build it, you put the word will before the base verb. She will walk to school tomorrow. That's will plus walk. We will paint the fence next week. That's will plus paint. One small note. With I and we, you may also use shall, as in, I shall return. The will is far more common today. So for the future, reach for will plus the verb. Let's put it all together with one verb traveling through time. Take the verb jump. In the past, it becomes jumped, with that ed ending. In the present, for he, she, or it becomes jumps, with the s ending. And in the future, it becomes will jump, with will out front. Same action, jumping, shown at 3 different points in time. That's the heart of tense. Let's boil it down to a quick check you can run on any verb. Ask one question. When does the action happen? If it already happened, use the past tense with ed. If it's happening now, or it's always true, use the present tense. And if it hasn't happened yet, use the future tense with will. Just let the time pick the tense. Ready to practice together? Let's practice. In this first set, read each sentence and decide which tense the verb is in, past, present, or future. Look for the clues, the verb's ending, and time words like yesterday or tomorrow. Pause the video and try each one on your own before I reveal the answer. The bakery opens at 7 every morning. Is this past, present, or future? The verb is opens, and it describes something that happens every single morning, a regular routine happening in the present. So the answer is present. The knights guarded the castle gate. The verb is guarded, ending in ed, and it describes something that already happened and is over. That ed ending is your signal, so the answer is past. Our class will visit the museum on Friday. The verb phrase is will visit. That little word will points to something that hasn't happened yet. It's coming on Friday. So the answer is future. Now a trickier set. Each sentence is missing its verb, and you'll pick the form that fits. Watch the subject closely for the present tense S rule, and watch for time words that call for the future. Pause and choose before I answer. She blank to the library after school. The subject is she, a single person. So in the present tense, the verb needs its S ending. Walk becomes walks. So the answer is walks. They blank soccer every weekend. This time the subject is they, more than one. So the verb stays in its plain base form. We do not add an S. So the answer is play. Tomorrow we blank the garden. The word tomorrow tells you this hasn't happened yet, so we need the future tense. That means will plus the verb. Will water. So the answer is will water. Let's gather up what we learned. A verb's tense tells you when its action happens, in the past, the present, or the future. The present tense uses the base verb, but remember to add s or es when the subject is he, she, or it. The past tense usually adds ed, and it stays the same for every subject. And the future tense puts will before the verb. When did it happen? Let that question guide you, and the tense will follow. Wonderful work today. I'll see you in the next lesson.